Hey everybody, this is Fully Natural Brett, and I'm back after having no phone service for the whole weekend and no internet too, of course. And I don't have a cell phone because they give me a headache, and so I avoid those. What happened was a tree fell on my phone line out in the woods and knocked it to the ground, and so the phone company came and fixed it today, and wahoo! Here I am making a video. And Fully Raw Kristina sent me some responses to my video question, and I'm going to read them to you. So she writes, eating fully raw is not about believing a theory. It's about eating life-giving foods that bring happiness. I eat raw because it keeps me vibrant, happy, healthy, and energized. I do not enforce this upon others, but I merely try to live as an example and inspire others to be healthier via eating raw. This world needs more health, food, and love. Agreed. Live to love and love what you eat. Eating raw is a choice, and I promise it's worth it if you do. Please choose what makes you happy. Hugs. And I write back, you are a totally sweet person, Kristina, and that was a really sweet answer. But you still didn't tell us how to prepare winter foods and keep them raw. If we cannot prepare winter foods and keep them raw, should we move to warmer climates? Will it really be worth it, as you say, for people in frozen areas to eat thermally cooling raw foods trucked in from California, Florida, and Texas? Instead of a lovey-dovey answer, could you please be a bit more specific? Hugs back to you, sweetie. Here's another one she wrote to me. Bananas can be a staple, but those are imported all year. That doesn't bother people during the summer. That's how our food system is currently set up. I run a non-profit co-op in Houston to help try to change this. I believe that we do the best that we can, and I would rather eat an out-of-season fruit than cooked foods personally. Okay, and I write back, I believe that in the winter we should eat a lot less fruit and dry up candida and other parasites. This is the time to eat squash and root vegetables that don't feed those troubles like fruit does. There are plenty of foods to eat, like raw cabbage, sauerkraut, carrots, beets, sprouts, and greens grown indoors. The best winter fruits for temperate climates, eaten moderately, are apples, pears, and dried fruits. I don't believe that persimmons can be stored in root cellars, and that's the way fruits have to be preserved in the wintertime in a root cellar or someplace cool or dried. Another response that she wrote reads, as for the questions, I highly recommend reading the book 80-10-10. All of the answers to your questions are found in this book. To sum up my response, I believe that not all foods like legumes are made for human consumption. We are not the only animals on this planet. And I thought, well, I wonder what other animals know how to prepare hard beans like pinto beans. Collards, however, are edible. There are plenty of fruits and greens in season that you can find to eat. For instance, persimmons, dates, and greens are all in season. And I was wondering, well, I wonder why she didn't mention apples or pears. And then I write back, few people with natural common sense would believe that beans aren't for human consumption. This is why I don't want to read 80-10-10. Dr. Graham is illogical. Dates don't grow in cold climates. What about root vegetables and squashes? Are those also not for human consumption? Laughing out loud. Heavy greens need some kind of a breaking down process to be highly digestible. What about amaranth and millet? Are those not for human consumption either? Amaranth is a superfood. Now, some of the winter foods I am going to experiment with, y'all, and I am going to shred up a turnip and mix it with some sauerkraut and massage it and let it sit at room temperature for quite a while and break down. And you could also shred up some collard greens and do the same thing. Mix it with some acidic sauerkraut and let it sit and break down, because the bacteria, the acidophilus in the sauerkraut, are going to consume any carbohydrates and break down that food, whatever you mix it with. And so this is a possibility that I'm thinking about in regards to being able to consume raw winter foods. And if you all would like to do some experimenting and, maybe take a parsnip or a turnip and mix it with some sauerkraut, and I know that you've tried the other acidic foods like apple cider vinegar or lemon juice or something like that, but how about an all-natural, not a Florida citrus fruit, but a more natural for the north vegetable that's turned into a fermented beneficial food, sauerkraut, and mix that with some of these winter foods and then massage it. And you have to shred the food before you mix it with the sauerkraut, but then massage it really well so that it breaks down the cellulose as much as possible. Then let it sit and give it some time before you eat it. Just some ideas. But thanks, Kristina, for the responses. I hope y'all are doing well. Peace, love, and oh, no. Peace, love, and joy. Bye.